Greetings, Capricorn. I'm Kyle Pierce. This is the Astrology Channel. And if you were born with the sun, moon, or especially rising sign in Capricorn, then this is your forecast for the new moon in Libra, which will be setting the tone for the next 28 or 29 days or so. So we're going to dive into what that means specifically for your sign. And if you were born with the sun, moon, or rising in another sign as well, or in two other signs, I highly recommend checking out those videos as well. While this video will apply most specifically to those born with Capricorn rising, it will also definitely apply more generally to people with the sun or moon in Capricorn as well. Especially the sun if you're born during the day, as well as the moon if you're born at night. So with that, let's dive in to the new moon in Libra for you, Capricorn. All right, so this new moon is taking place in your 10th house, which suggests that a sort of seed of intention is being planted related to the topic of your career, your public image, what you're doing in the world. And so there's potential for you to see some development in your career over the coming month or so, especially with Venus co-present in the 10th house and some of the nice benefic attention that this new moon is getting from Jupiter in Cancer. While it's possible that whatever it is that's being initiated around the topic of career may not materialize in the same way as initially expected, or it may take on different shape, or it may simply just not be what you were expecting. It may require more of you than you were initially expecting. The general indication is that this is a positive move for you, even if it doesn't quite live up to expectation or comes with some challenges. But it is going to be important for you to kind of play it cool. You know, don't build up too high of expectations and immediately start getting disappointed or assume that things aren't working out too early. Give things time to sort of take shape, and, you know, don't push too hard. It's not necessarily something that you need to push very hard. In fact, you may find that others are doing some of the pushing for you or advocating on your behalf. So keeping a cool head, playing it cool, adapting to things as they evolve is going to benefit you. And just try to trust the direction, because all general indicators, at least as detailed as we can get based on the sign alone, they all suggest that this is very positive. Now, with Mercury joining Mars in your 11th house, it's possible that there may be some difficult discussions with friends taking place, or have maybe recently taken place. But because of how this Mars-Mercury conjunction is tying into the larger grand trine between Saturn and Pisces and Jupiter and Cancer, all taking place in your 11th, 3rd, and 7th houses, this kind of zeroing in on challenges that affect any kind of relationship, honestly. And, you know, looking for solutions is a big part of what this lunation cycle is about. But while we may in this process be having to squeeze on some pain points in order to get the good juice, right? It is potentially good juice that we're getting. It's a little more like wheatgrass juice. It may taste a little bitter, or some of the medicine we're taking may also qualify as poison if we're taking too much of it. The potential for positive solutions to come out of it is very high. So it'll be important to look at what topics are coming up relative to your friendships, your relationships, your peer groups even, and what pain points are being activated, what discussions are being had, or what discussions have recently taken place, which might have been trying to sort of pull out some weeds at the root. Because as we move on into November and Mercury stations retrograde in Sagittarius in your 12th house, and eventually returns to this part of Scorpio where the Mars-Mercury conjunction took place, it's likely that you're going to be reviewing what some of those, you're going to be reviewing those discussions and how they resonate with you on an internal level, or maybe don't. You know, what is your role in improving the situation? What is somebody else's role? What are other people's role? And what things maybe do we have to accept that don't quite live up to our highest ideal? Because it all plays into this broader theme, which is going to be playing out for everybody on some level, where we're identifying things which are dead, which are non-resuscitatable, or which have run their course or can no longer exist in their current form and need to be broken down and redistributed or recycled, or just let go. These can be beliefs, these can be ideas, dreams, things that we had hoped for, that as we get a firmer understanding of what the facts are, we identify you are maybe identifying what's more realistic or what's ultimately a better situation, even if it requires accepting a certain amount of disappointment or accepting a lowered expectation, or potentially identifying a new, more personally resonant and realistic expectation or hope. But to get there, we have to let the old one die, or acknowledge that it can't go on or can't be the way that we had initially wanted. And that's kind of the process that we're beginning right now. And I think the ultimate outcome points more towards things being better in the long run, or at least more stable, or at least not continuing to build on something which isn't stable. But it is going to be important for you, Capricorn, to be open to setting some of your own priorities or ideas or disappointments aside, and being willing to consider the viewpoints and perspectives of others, and be willing to consider that even if what perspective is being brought in challenges yours, or is potentially threatening to the way that you think about things or understand things, or understand your role in something, that they can still also have your best interests at heart, right? Being challenged to change or being challenged to soften on position maybe is much or even more so for your benefit than it is for the other person, right? So I think that's all I have for you, Capricorn. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like a more personalized look ahead at the month following the new moon in Libra, or the year ahead, or any period, really, you can book a reading with me at KylePierceAstrologer.com. I offer natal consultations. I offer synastry readings, as well as planetary remediation readings, where we identify planets which represent challenges in your life that you would like to get better results out of, and we build a practice which targets those issues at their sort of astrological root. So you can definitely find those offerings at my website, KylePierceAstrologer.com. And thanks so much for watching. Good luck and happy Halloween, Capricorn. See you next time. Ta-ta for now.